Welcome to Mental Health Monday. This is the final Monday of our Women's History Month. All right. So I say it again. I celebrate my sisters. I love my sisters. I want to give you a final and very quick word regarding you. And it's really just a question. Simple question. What you waiting on? What are you waiting on? You are a gift to the world. You are a gift to your community. You are a gift to your workplace. You are a gift. Don't wait until someone else unwraps you to tell you their appraisal of you. Check yourself out, baby. Look inside and consider all the gifts, the talents that God has placed in you. He invested it in you. And we must be good stewards over what God has blessed us with. Now, if God gives me a gift, God gave it to me. How dare I show it to someone else for their approval or their appraisal? God did not give me a gift to then seek someone else's appraisal or approval of it. And so it's imperative that we don't wait until someone else unwraps that thing. You unwrap it. Don't let someone else tell you who you are and what you can be or what you cannot be. Look inside of yourself. I pray that tonight you'll take off that bow, take off that wrapping, take off all the superficial stuff, look deep down within your very heart and soul, and begin to do some treasure hunting. What is it that I'm good at? What is it that God has blessed me with to be able to do like no one else can do it? I didn't say better, but you can do it like nobody else can do it. What is it? What interest has God put in your spirit? What is a problem in life for you? In other words, you look at it and that thing burns you up. You just wish it could be fixed. You look at it and it breaks your heart. You look at that thing and compassion just exudes from you regarding that issue. Well, baby, that's because God has put the answer, the solution, the cure to that thing in your heart. You are to be the problem solver in that area, or perhaps you're to be the bridge in that area. Don't wait on somebody else to tell you. Get out pen and paper tonight and begin to write down the gifts, the talents, the concerns, the things that draw out your compassion, that draw out righteous indignation, the dreams, the visions. Begin to write those things down. And then again, what are you waiting for? You don't have to have a platform given by a man or a woman or an organization or whatever it may be. Use what God has given you in unique ways, perhaps ways that it's not been done before, ways that you've not seen it in that way before, seen it brought out that way before. Go ahead and dig into you. Check yourself out. We look at other people and see how they're maneuvering and how they're functioning and how they're using their gifting. Look at you. Check you out. Observe you. What's good about you? What's a blessing in you? What is it in you that could be a blessing to someone else? Don't wait on anybody else to unwrap you. You unwrap you and say what God said about you. And what did he say in the very beginning? You are very good. Did you hear me? Baby, you are very good. Before you even go unwrapping it, and some of us are our own worst critics, and so you may unwrap it and be like, oh, it ain't too much in there. I don't like what I see. I say to you what God has already said about you. Baby, you are very good. So when you open yourself up and you look at all that God has blessed you with, your talents, your intelligence, your willingness, your perseverance, your strength, look at it and say, it's very good. And anything that's very good, you want to share with the world. You want to share with someone else. You don't want to keep that to yourself. And when God makes something very good, he doesn't want you to keep it to yourself. He wants you to share it with someone else. He wants you to share it with the world. That's why he gave it to you. So what you waiting on? Unwrap yourself. Look at what's in there. Call it what it is, baby. It's very good. And step into what God has for you. What you waiting on? Hey, if you're worried about what you're going to see when you look inside there, if you're worried that you won't feel like you have enough when you look in there, if you look in there and then you look over at them and you say, well, they look like they've got more than me. That's your first mistake in the first place, but we ain't even going to talk about that tonight. Look in there, and instead of worrying about that thing, Instead of becoming stressed about that thing, don't you worry about anything that God ain't worried about. Guess what? God ain't worried about nothing. And certainly not the gifts, not the talents, not the compassion, the wisdom, the understanding, the willingness, the perseverance, the strength, the fortitude that He has placed in you. He ain't worried about that. He's not worried that it's not good enough. He's not worried that you don't have enough. He's given you just enough to get the job done. Unwrap yourself. Call it very good. Walk in it. I love you. God bless you. Have an amazing rest